This is Way of Weinstein, wherever you may be and however you may be watching, live in the financial district of New York City, Facebook Live and YouTube. This is my fifth and final video for The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel Season 2. Extra, extra, set story since I was an extra for Season 2, Episodes 4 through 6 of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Okay. So, my two friends, Tyler and Abby Barham, and I guess Carrie, because if it wasn't for Carrie, there would be no Tyler and Abby Barham. So, I guess 3 people. I guess 4 people. Well, I guess you could say anyone that's a Barham is somewhat related to this. So, the whole Barham family, Tyler and Abby, I love it when they argue, saying who gets more of the credit for me getting the role on The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. So, essentially what happened was that they sent me this posting to be an extra in Season 2, and I had to send in all of my sizes, my height, my weight, a couple of photos, and then I got a call to go to Brooklyn for a fitting, and it's the same tan suit that I wore for all 5 days I was there for episodes 4 through 6. And so it started off as originally just 2 days in Queens in mid-June. I was there that was episode 5, which was the Catskills Comedy Club, when Abe realizes that she's a stand-up, and she just flips out. And from there I was about there for 25 hours. Now there was this one scene where you could see like the close-up of his jaw dropping where I'm the only one at the table. So Tony Shalhoub, I'm guessing he's a method actor, because it's literally just me and him at the table, and he doesn't look me in the eye, doesn't acknowledge my presence, and which I get it. He's a method actor, and he just won a Tony. And the funniest thing, so I'm at the table closest to the stage, and I'm sitting next to this 70-year-old Jewish guy. And he taps me on the shoulder and says, "Hey, you know why we're at this table?" I'm like, no, I don't know why. He whispers, comes like, "Because we look the Jewish." I'm like, not wrong. Yeah, I got a chuckle out of that. And I mean, food was pretty good. Really enjoyed it. It was a very small set. And it was mainly just for that episode 5, just for those 2 minutes at the end. They must have done 25 to 40 takes of that, because I was there for all day. I mean, most of what I did was just sitting around. But hey, it was fun being around them. There I saw, obviously, Rachel, Abe, Susie. I mean, it was great. And then 3 weeks later, I get an email from the casting company asking if I can reprise my role as a somewhat decent, good-looking Jewish guy in tan suit. So this was for 3 days in Brooklyn, and this was in mid-July. And this was a little more luxurious. So for this, I got a haircut, so it was great. So because I got my hair cut in June and July, I didn't have to pay for a haircut for 2 months, so that was great. And the people cutting my hair, they were Golden Globe award-winning hairdressers that were from, I believe, Into the Woods, and they worked with Into the Woods and Enchanted. So it was fun just getting that experience and just chatting with them. And the craft services, oh my god, if that set would have been for 2 weeks, I would have gained 30 pounds, because they had quesadillas. This is for breakfast. Like, when you get there, they had quesadillas, omelets, they had smoothies, waffles, pancakes. So it was so good. And then around 5 o'clock, they'd have a dinner where they'd have a fish, a meat, a chicken, 3 kinds of pies, some fruit. Oh man, that was so good. I don't know how I didn't get any of that on my 1950s suit. I guess I was just really, really focused. But I'm still shocked that I didn't get any like pie on my suit or something. And also, it's the first time I've ever had makeup and just people just make me look, I guess, better. I don't want to say good because I already look good. But yeah, overall the food there was great. The atmosphere was unbelievable, and you can actually see my face as opposed to my back. So episode 4, you can see me clapping, and which I'm in the middle of it, around the 30-minute mark, and then episode 6 was great. Okay, so with episode 6, so for the scene where the first one I noticed Zachary Levi's there, I'm like, no, the guy playing Shazam is gonna be the love interest. And I was like, oh damn. So the scene where he says to Midge, what are you having? And then she says, the drinks are free, and I'll buy you 2. And then they talk about Buzz. Buzz has got Edge, and then they cut from that. I'm thinking, okay, he's got to be the new love interest. And then one of the principal directors had me walk across the stage, say a quick hi. So look, you can't see me in that scene, but I'm literally 5 feet away from when that scene took place. And when they're saying, we're definitely gonna see each other, let's keep it on land, because I didn't know about the whole rowing shtick. I was like, what the hell are they talking about? So it was funny seeing that and putting it into context. And I go to the woman who is in the white dress, who you see me ask for the hand of to dance, and essentially do like a pantomime, which they say is like moving your mouth, and by that, which they do a lot of fake laughing, which realistically I didn't need to fake laugh because most of the stuff was really funny, and it was great. So as far as talking with people on set, I try not to do it unless I saw other people do it, because I didn't want to be like people that were like constantly bothering me. I didn't ask anyone for a photo. Okay, so the guy who plays the director of the Steiner Summer Resort, he was also in the Weatherman's Golf Tip episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm. I'm going to see if I can look him up. So when I went up to him after in episode 4, you can see me with this girl wearing a purple dress. She went up to him after one take. So I figured, okay, if someone is going up to, I went up to him for another take, told him that, hey, you're great in this, and I really appreciated you in the Weatherman's Golf Tip episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm. And he was super nice. He was saying how I can't believe you remembered me in that episode, since it wasn't the biggest role, but I mean, anything really Curb or Seinfeld, I'll know the most pretty much obscure reference. So that was just really, really fun to be in. I'm looking for his name. Okay. Okay, let's see. So, that actor... Okay, so I'll get back to that, and then I got to meet Zachary Levi, who plays Dr. Benjamin. So after the scene when they did that at least 30 times about the let me buy you a drink, we're definitely seeing each other. So I told him, hey, I've been a fan of yours since Chuck, which was on probably around 2006, which was one of his first roles. And I said, I'm really looking forward to seeing you in Shazam. And Zachary Levi couldn't have been any nicer. He was saying, oh, thanks, buddy. I really means a lot to me. And Zachary Levi shook my hand. He said, thanks. I'm Zach. What's your name? I thought that was such a class act move by Zachary Levi. He's a big movie star starring in Shazam. He could have said, he's got a F off kid. Yes, so I'm always going to be rooting for Zachary Levi's projects to do great because of that. I'm really pulling for whatever you do, Zach. And then, of course, big question, did I get to speak to Mrs. Maisel, the beautiful, talented Rachel Brosnahan? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I got to speak with her for a little bit. So and this was my last day there when the Emmy nominations came out, and of course she got nominated because they should just disband the Emmys if she didn't get nominated because she won. And I said, "Oh my God, you're so talented. You're so great in this. I mean, I told her you're definitely going to win the Emmy." And she was like, "Nah." Well, first of all, thank you so much for saying that I'm so talented. I don't know. There's a lot of that competition. I'm telling you, no, I'm guaranteeing it. You're gonna win. And then on the night of the Emmys, when my prediction back on July 13th came true, I should have gone to Vegas and bet something up, but I don't condone betting, and I don't bet myself, which I was so happy for her that she won the Emmy. I mean, it was so great. And also, even though her birthday on IMDb and Wikipedia does say December 15th, it's actually July 13th. How do I know this? Because we had a cake for her birthday. And no, she is not my birthday twin along with Daredevil. But oh well. She's absolutely breathtakingly gorgeous in person. I was literally 2 feet away from her. She's just incredible to watch live. I mean, how she's able to memorize all those lines, and not just memorize the lines, but the body movements, the physical acting of being able to do all that at the same time is just mind blowing. And whenever I'm at any kind of Jewish event, and everyone just assumes that Rachel Brosnahan is Jewish, I'm like, no, she's actually not. She actually she did go to the same high school as my Jewish cousins from Chicago, which is a very, very Jewish area of Chicago, Highland Park. So it's not like she's from Alabama or Arkansas. She's from a very Jewish area in Chicago. But whenever I tell people she's not Jewish, they're just mind blown because no, it's a true testament to how great an actress Rachel Brosnahan is. And yeah, it was one of the highlights of my year, getting to be an extra, and then watching episodes 4 through 6, seeing myself in episode 6, where you can vividly see me right behind the table within the last 5 minutes, standing up, buttoning my jacket, asking for the girl's hand. I must have done that around 50, 60 plus times. And I'm happy that they got a take where I got the button down because, hey, when you're on camera and you're trying to stand up, button a jacket, ask for the girl's hand for an 8-time Emmy award-winning show, it could be nerve-wracking. So I'm happy they got a take where the button was done. It was very smooth. I'm happy. I mean, that's why Amy's a great Emmy award-winning, brilliant visionary. I'm referring to Amy. I didn't get to say anything to Amy Sherman-Palladino, but she was always the one leading us in the fake laughing, and a couple of the principal directors who were also fantastic. The Boom guys. How you don't realize how much goes into making a show. I mean, until you're actually there, seeing all the lights, how they have everything on the carousels, the different cameras. I mean, the Boom guy, that seems like one of the toughest jobs of all. How he literally had to hold this 12-foot mic for like around 10 minutes at a time without any hesitation. So that guy was fantastic. And the last day was a long day, but it was one of my funnest days of the year, where I left my apartment around 6 a.m. and I didn't get back till around 2 a.m. But yeah, if anyone has any questions about that I didn't cover, what I always like to be on set, I'm more than happy to answer them. Again, that concludes my coverage on season 2 of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. So again, and one thing that I want to give a shout out to. So the actress that plays Midge's mom, Rose Weissman, Miriam Hinkle. So I think I'm mispronouncing that. So she was at the table right in front of me. She went out of her way to be nice to the extras. She would literally go up to every single extra, say, hi, I'm Marion. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. All of us really appreciate it. What's your name? I'm Marion. She was the one of the main female leads on 2.5 Men. I mean, she's a big time actress. So for her it really is nice when you see that these celebrities are just normal-ish people that go out of their way to be nice to nobodies like me and all the other hundreds of extras. So just wanted to give her a shout out for being just that nice, and it changed the way I watched it from season 1. I mean, if you look back to my Shazam review, I almost let the cat out of the bag that Zachary Levi was on set, that I literally stopped and just was kind of awkward. Saying I didn't have to sign an NDA or anything, but I didn't want to let the secret, I don't know if it was publicized that he was going to be in it back in July. I'm really hoping that Shazam does well, because my friend Zachary Levi stars in it. You should go see it. Get your advance tickets when they're around. And whatever Rachel's in, she was very nice to me. And obviously the guy who IMDb is just being really weird, and I will mention him in another video, because he was very nice. But yeah, overall, that's my season 2 wrap up of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, one of the best shows on television. If you're not watching it, get someone's Amazon username and password, or just do a free trial, because it is that spectacular. It's worth it. It's marvelous. Have a good night. If you like this, like it, share it, subscribe to me on Way of Weinstein. Have a good one.